Portrait? Yeah, let's get nuts.
But I don't know. Other times he's just like that.
Carcass. Excellent. Party time.
Is that your opening theme song?
That is the opening theme song.
It's just
the Wayne World
just
song.
a shitty version of.
Oh my goodness. Which way do I want to go? Oh, maybe I'll go this way. No, I think I can go this way. Oh, I almost gave myself a hurry there.
So full.
Wait, do I want to go Hastings?
No.
No,
God,
okay, yeah, God.
damn it.
No, yeah, you're right.
Go Broadway.
You're right.
What is it?
I was doing that earlier. Oh, man.
I'll never get over that.
Yeah, no, that should never be gotten over. It's the greatest thing ever. Dude, all my friends are fucking great for CarCast. It's like everything about CarCast is CarCast. It just makes so much sense to have done. You know, it's it's only in this long form.
Yeah, I mean, you're right in the sense that the fucking podcasts that are out there.
Dude.
Of people, an hour of fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get a road to look at.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to these fucking assholes talking shit. And you gotta sit in your own, you gotta look at your own world.
Yeah.
While you hear them. Like,
hear people just talk adultery, you know? It's
my God. And like even with like celebrities, like they've started a podcast and they have a huge following, and I listen to a lot of like interviews with, you know, actors and filmmakers and stuff. And I like to hear that. Like some was just like fumbling through it and like not really getting any topics.
Well, people aren't very charismatic, you know. It's like, and that's the truth. Like that's
there's also charismatic, but there's also a structure of the thing. Like it's got to move along. It's got to feel like it's not dragging its feet.
Well, I think a lot of actors and stuff like that, it's like they have a form or a version of charisma, but it's not like a natural.
Kids call it Riz.
Yes, the kids do call it.
Riz.
Yeah, but I don't know if the kids are calling, like, even then, I don't think that they have like that proper Riz.
No.
They've got just like look. They've got a look, and they are able to sell it. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
That's not charisma. That's like sort of a gamesmanship of sorts. You know. That's
true.
And it's obviously lucrative for a lot of people.
But it is definitely a different thing. It's like the people I think about who are good at like YouTube channels and watch. Some of them are just like I watch for the content and the hosts, but like, or the hosts like they know all the things to move it along, but they don't seem like interesting people.
Yes, yeah. Well, that was like I think Prince Harry and whatever his girlfriend or wife Meghan.
Yeah.
We had a podcast for a bit, and it's like, dude, these people are fucking not interesting.
No.
You know, they're royals for Christ's sake. You know, it's like they don't do fucking anything of interest ever. They're the furthest thing from anyone else. You know, it's like, oh, you just grew up in the absolute lap of luxury. You're like, okay, and then you did whatever you did. You know, it's like,
unless you're able.
Like, kudos to Harry for being a part of the SAS at least, or whatever. But even then, it's like, you know, these people are not. It's not relatable. It's like, get these motherfuckers out of here.
Yeah. Everyone has stories, I guess, but it's like.
And my mom gives a shit. The other day, she told me I took my dad to hockey the other day, and she's like, "Oh, did you know that like the next?" Or she's like, first she framed it weird. She's like, "Do you know that Prince Harry was at the hockey game?" I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay." And she's like, "No, the next day." I'm like, "Yeah, well, who gives a shit?"
Yeah,
you know, it's like, lady, I don't care. Well, if he's not, I might have almost given a fuck if he was at the same game I was, and in hindsight, be like, "Oh, that's cool."
Well,
you know,
it's definitely
like,
the romanticism of like the whole royal thing and like creating like.
Dude, my mom.
Thing around that. But like to think that it's actually interesting, like if you're able to approach it, like the problem is Harry, he's in it, so like I don't know if I trust like his view on it because he grew up in it, like versus someone who's like truly an outsider who's in on everything and could observe. Like maybe that would be interesting.
Well, it's one of those things where I guess you just chill, but at the same time, it's like, well, Harry, you better get a fucking job. It's like you better go be a carpenter, dog. But certainly before you want to start a podcast,
he doesn't have to do shit.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. It's like he doesn't have to do shit, so he's not gonna. It's like, and honestly, it would be like kind of interesting to talk to him. Like, I mean, he can carcast if he wants, but like, but at the same time, it'd be like, oh, you know, what was
Harry,
that?
click that link below.
No, it's like, what? No, it'd be like, what was that like? You know, you'd just be like, what was it like growing up in whatever. I mean, I don't know, my mom, whatever. And okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds wild. Like a bunch of people just gave you money, or like you just happen to be in a situation where it's like you receive monies.
Well, like, yeah. The only thing I'd be interested in hearing is like, I'd really want like a fly on the wall perspective of how that all actually goes down.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah.
And then like, but you can't give it to me as a fucking prince, like who's in it. Sorry.
Well, he sort of could. Like if he could, he would. If he could, he could. But if he can't, then he doesn't, and then he's useless.
Yeah.
But then even then, how much is that worth? It's like you can posit or imagine what that shit is like. It's like you just don't have problems. Like there's a whole bunch of homies that work for you. I mean, it's like loads of like Will Smith's kids and shit like that. It's like loads of other people are sort of royalty in a way themselves. Like it's just
it
a different.
All come down to like.
It's not like I guess British lineage. Dude, it does.
Well, it doesn't solve everything. Like you're still gonna have your own like day-to-day sort of things. Like it's like you don't have to worry about paying for shit, sure. But it's about I'm talking about the obligations of like that is bestowed upon him for being royal.
And his uncle had the haughty hookups with what's his name?
Like Epstein?
Prince Albert, yeah. And Epstein, his uncle, he was good for it.
Yeah. It's fucking
Yeah, I don't know. It is cool that Harry went in the SAS though.
But I mean, I think there are people who have far less interesting lives who have made more successful, YouTube.
I think there's people
by being like charismatic and like I don't know. Maybe their lives weren't interesting. They became interesting people somehow.
I think normal people are much more interesting than sort of like extravagant people.
Yeah.
Like the extravagant people, especially when it's not their own, when it's like literally a lineage based. It's like, okay, there's not. Yeah, I don't know why. It just isn't like very compelling to me. But my mom is fucking well into it, and that's also maybe what puts me off of it is how much other people seem to like fawn to it. But it's like this person hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
They're just a thing that's related to other things.
Yeah, but it's more like a hobby, like fucking.
Like even Paris Hilton. It was Paris Hilton was like that was a phenom. And it's like, who gives a fuck about Paris? You're walking around like wearing weird costumes, making cookies or whatever. Like I saw her on a YouTube thing at one point, like very briefly.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, who gives a shit about these ladies? Like that was a hard thing for me to watch with the Real Housewives and stuff like that. It's like, it's just curious to me that anyone is all that curious about these people.
Well, it's the cult of celebrity. It's like, it's
but this cult of celebrity is fucking useless.
But it's the voyeurism that people are drawn to.
I guess so, but it was even
and if you have money, your problems might be bigger and therefore like more dramatic. Like when things happen. Like,
no way, dude. Like, there's no reason to give people with money attention.
No, I agree. I'm just saying.
What the shit is going on? Am I in the?
Yeah, man, you're doing fine.
Am I? Is this lane go through it? It's hard for me to see.
It's called Broadway and Nanaimo.
Oh, that's not like the second lane. Like I don't know. I'm scared.
You're doing all right.
Okay.
It's a slight curve in the road. Don't panic now.
Okay. There's a slight curve, but it is throwing me off. Yeah, I don't know. It always struck me as odd.
Got pho? The restaurant's called.
Dude, I'm so thirsty. There's so much MSG in that food.
Oh yeah.
God, it was so good.
It's the gluten and the MSG is starting to spread.
Oh, it's so perfect.
And it's like I feel so fucking full.
I'm just thirsty as a cock.
But Chinese food usually leaves me hungry. But I'm like fucking dink.
Does it leave you hungry?
Yeah, man. The whole thing about Chinese food, like you're always like hungry after. Yeah.
No.
It's a thing.
Not in my experience.
It's a known thing.
Maybe there's like a gluttony.
But we had
involved.
a lot of like dough.
Maybe it triggers a gluttonous kind of response where you're like going for broke. What's
going on here?
I don't know. Some very loud shit is going on there. Chick's having a good time.
Let's put this fucking wood trim here.
Dude, I haven't replaced it.
No,
I have the parts to take that wood trim away, but it involves...
Put it on top?
I don't know what these guys did.
Yeah, man. It's like a aftermarket.
I don't know why they would do this.
I can peel it off.
Can you?
Yeah, man. It's stuck on.
Well,
it's like cork or something. It's like that's why it feels weird.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I don't want the stickiness to be on the bottom. Like, I'd have to actually replace it. It is extremely unfortunate that they put that shit in there.
Yeah, it's like some trim kit. Wait, what are we listening to? Pull up. Alright.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, she is, too.
Goodness.
Yeah, she's smoking. She's ready to have a fucking night, an evening. She's growing aware that we're watching. Dude, she's hot.
Yeah. Go forth.
She is going to crush cock tonight. This lady has got a mission, and it is fucking...
beeline it to the Roxy.
Exactly. Get out of my way, fucking losers.
She's probably a teenager. Just saying.
You think so?
Yeah, man. It's a teenager car.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
If you go...
Shouldn't she have an N?
Go this way.
Oh, yeah, right.
Follow her. Don't follow her, but, you know.
Definitely follow her. Follow her home. She just earned herself a stalker.
Seen the movie Nocturnal Animals?
No.
Watched it the other day. Oh
yeah. She faked out.
Yeah, faked out. And gas around here is cheap.
Yeah, I know. And everybody is lined up. It's like, that's a nightmare.
It was kind of the movie isn't. It's kind of fucked up or not great, but the premise is kind of crazy. It's like a family driving in, like, it's supposed to be like West Texas. There's no reception, and like they're driving at night through the desert, and there's like one car up ahead and there's like another car up ahead, and then they like honk to kind of get them to move, and they try to pass, and then the car ahead is not letting them pass. Right. And it turns out the car ahead there's like 3 dudes in it. Oh shit. And then as they finally get to pass, like the daughter in the backseat like throws the finger at the guy's driving, and then that like stokes them to come up, and then
naturally
these dudes like basically, well, they just for something to do like run this car off the road.
Yeah, I know.
And like intimidate
when you're bored.
Yeah.
When you're not playing fucking Bejeweled on your phone, and you're like, I need something to do.
But it's basically like these 3 dudes that, like, you know, you don't have, like, what do you do in that situation? It's like a husband and a wife and a daughter, and there's 3 of them.
You pull out the gat, dog. That's it's got to be underneath the seat.
Yeah, but they didn't have that, obviously.
Well, that's their biggest problem. If they did, wouldn't be a problem. Wouldn't even be a movie. And just fucking rat-tat-tat-tat-tat, just start letting the shots fire.
It's true.
It's the American way.
Make it rain.
And we should make the realistic version of that movie where he does just have a gat. Starts unloading. I've watched a lot of Brazilian footage. Like, they always are doing that in Brazil.
What are the gun laws?
If you're rich, you can have one. And so all these rich dudes have them, and then they get jacked up by, like, poor homies. And then the rich dudes get out of the car and defend their family and fucking shoot everybody. It's wild. Yeah. Happens very often, though. Or at least it used to. Back when I used to watch more of that stuff. Alright.
No doubt.
I'm going to be really happy with this plum wine. Although, I'm really hoping that tomorrow I don't fall into a depression. I'm going to have to drink tomorrow, too, because I can't fucking watch wrestling sober. This won't happen.
Car sounds great.
Mine? Sounds perfect. The weird part, though, is it sounds the same as it sounded for a while now. It's like nothing has changed. Oh, I should have fucking gunned it.
No.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when recording, that's when you have to take the most risks.
You
know?
I don't know about that.
Man, right now I'm waiting for all these fucks It's like, get your shit in order. Alright, where do I park that I'm not going to get broken into?
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a great call.
Not many places.
And,
the meter parking, if you can. Yeah, where that person is. Park in front of that truck.
Oh, yeah. Right.
There's no. Well, another 45 minutes. I'm sure you won't need to.
Yeah.
Broadway.
Broadway. I'm going to Broadway. Yeah, because it doesn't sound good at all. It's a fucking thing, and it's touching a thing, and it's annoying, and I don't understand why. Gotta get in there, and I'm hoping it's it'll last. Oh, she'll last.
Yeah, man, this is some shitty, like, skin kit that they put over top.
Yeah, right.